Happy Monday, everybody.
Hey, everyone. Happy Monday.
Deep breath, and I didn't let it out in time, so I had to hold it, and then it was awkward.
I thought you were trying to pretend like you were frozen or something.
No, that joke's been overplayed.
Oh, the frozen screen?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope you guys are all doing all right.
Yeah.
Another Monday night live stream upon us. Let's open up the chat here.
We have an open stream tonight.
Yeah, we thought we'd do another open one.
Yeah.
I'll have to make a new thumbnail so it's specifically for open streams.
Yeah. Mambo.
Hey, Mambo, what's going on?
Mambo, how's it going?
Monday.
I am feeling a lot better. Thank you, Mambo. Luckily, this cold was like, I would say it was like 2 or 3 days of feeling really like garbage, and then it was kind of just like gone. It wasn't like long drawn out.
Yeah.
It was just 3 days of stuffy, sneezy, coughing, and then it just kind of like disappeared. Which
Yeah. I'm shocked you and I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, at least.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful that it wasn't like, those colds that are like 2 weeks. You
No,
have to like hack and cough and like, ugh.
Oh, I know.
Vinny.
Hey, Vinny, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Vinny was shaking.
So yeah, I'm just glad, but I've survived. I'm a survivor.
I just figured you were calling in sick for Chip's work. I was joking.
Sometimes.
We all get sick days now?
We get 3 government mandated ones.
I love it.
You don't get paid though.
Ah, jeez. Well, it's fine. It's normal anyways.
Christopher.
Hey, Chris, what's going on, man?
We're shaking.
I am back. I assume I'm healthy. I haven't had my blood work done yet, but I'm just kidding.
You sound a lot better than you did last week.
Yeah, last week, honestly, like it was like the last day where I felt really like I felt good enough to go live, except for the fact that it was that stage where it's like literally every second you're blowing your nose.
Yeah.
And sneezing. And I was like, I don't want to watch people doing that, so nobody wants to watch.
No.
Really,
we did have a little like wastebasket for you here for all your Kleenex.
But it's just
stuff.
gross.
Well, no,
yeah. And of course, because it's like a cold, it's like oomphy nose blowing.
Well,
right?
you're trying to talk for an hour. It's not
selfishly,
really,
I don't want to get sick, so I appreciate you.
Well, no, exactly. Yeah. It's like the last thing I want to do is get sick too. Yeah.
So yeah, which was kind of annoying because I felt okay. It was just nobody wants to see that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're sitting now behind us, all the colds till next
I hope so.
Winter season.
That is just the bad air quality warnings you gotta look out for.
Yeah, we got that wildfire smoke. I know.
Yeah, the wildfire smoke's coming our way, and on Friday it was poor air quality alert.
It was terrible.
I think it's supposed to be bad again later this week.
I didn't know it was a poor air quality alert until I was outside walking around for a minute. I came back inside. I'm like, my throat feels weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't sick, but I'm like, no, it's just the air quality.
Yeah,
stuff.
I had a headache I actually closed all my windows and turned my air conditioning on, and I had a headache all day. Wouldn't go away.
Well, you kind of have to, because it's not so bad today, but apparently I think like Wednesday they said it's supposed to get really bad again, whatever the way the winds are blowing.
I don't know anything. I haven't followed anything but the fires. Are they under control or no?
I don't think so.
No.
Do you see those guys out? I think was it out east? They didn't get airlifted out, so they huddled in like a shipping container.
No, that was like
it was terrifying.
No, because I watched the whole TikTok on it.
Yeah, his daughter.
It was like 6. The people, the foreman or whatever was like, no, we're staying.
Well, and then they were supposed to have a helicopter come get him or something.
No, but in like 5 hours. Not even like from when they started to when he showed that they could see it coming, but they were like, no, we're not evacuating. Because they're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, and then
they
were
in
basically
Ontario.
Was it
Ontario? Or
oh, I didn't catch where because I saw something happening in Nova Scotia. I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
If I see a fire come away, I'm evacuating.
But the problem is we're in a remote place, and I don't.
So they would need to get a helicopter out. There's no other way, basically.
I don't know, but
they ended up getting in a truck and driving through the flames to get out of there.
Oh my god. I've seen video like that for the California wildfires.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
But
it's like an apocalyptic scene, like you're surrounded through these fires.
It just shows, screw that. If your safety's in danger, don't worry about getting fired. Just get the F out.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know what? Your life's more important than a job.
Like they always say at your workplace when they do fire drills, and if there's that one person that's sort of like the leader of the fire drill, and they're supposed to be like the last one out. Like, I'm sorry, I will help anybody on my way that I can help. But I ain't going down with the ship at work.
Oh, God, no.
I'm good.
Well, I always thought of that when watching. I just thought I saw a clip the other day, the 9/11 stuff. If I was in that building and that happened, I would have been.
Oh, I would have helped who I could on the way.
Oh, no, I would have been like, everybody get the F out of here. Like,
yeah,
we can come back tomorrow, but this is not.
Yeah.
No job is worth
Yeah, exactly. Do not wait around for someone to tell you to leave. Like, just go.
Yeah.
Well, they
if
were
there's a
telling them
fire
to
alarm,
stay.
like,
That was
I'm
the
out.
problem.
That's awful.
Well, because at first, like, because obviously the people inside the building didn't really know, and so then
Yeah.
911 was like, at the time they were just like, okay, wait for the firefighters, because of course they don't want people to get hurt. And all this
Yeah.
stuff. So people stayed, but I'm sorry,
I think if once you kind of realize what's going on, like
Either
if
way-
I was in the other building looking across, I'm like,
But either way, like
I-
if I'm in a building that's been hit or on fire, like I'm out. I'm booking
Oh
it.
yeah.
yeah.
I'm not waiting.
No.
Like unless
no,
I can't
I'm
get
not
out.
waiting to see if is this real, is this not real. It's like I'll figure it out. Like we had that when I worked, the fire alarm was going off. They were like, "Is this a drill? Is this real? Is this not real?" So everyone's just kind of doing their work. I'm like,
Yeah.
"I'll see you guys in the parking lot."
If
Yeah,
I'm close,
I'm leaving.
if I'm
Yeah.
close to a door, then I'm like whatever. But yeah, if I'm up on like
Yeah.
a 10th floor and there's a fire alarm going off, yeah, I'm out.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I remember when I used to live in an apartment building way back in the day. I was on like the 12th floor or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember a few times waking up like 2:30 in the morning, the alarm's going off. I'm like, I was like,
Gotta go out. Yeah.
I look at the balcony and I don't see anything, but
Just in case.
screw it.
Yeah.
I don't
Your
want to find it the
shirt
hard way.
Say boats and hose.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. What?
Oh.
Hose
I
it.
thought that was. I thought it was offending. you.
No, I was just. Do you wear that in public?
No.
Oh, you don't?
Not too often. I do wear it like. I wear it like out. Yeah. It's not like a bedtime shirt or something.
You should celebrate it. It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Canadian F1 Grand Prix this weekend. Oh,
That's right, in Montreal.
You're
Yeah.
a You're
Oh,
a race car
F1.
fan. My dad's a race car fan. I think it's really boring.
I got into it. I started watching that Drive to Win or whatever it is, the series on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. That got me into like F1.
There's a new movie coming out on Apple Plus as well with Brad Pitt about F1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, watching that series, it was really well done.
It popped up today, like and I was searching for WWDC stuff. And it popped up as an ad. It was like, oh, they're actually putting out a movie with Brad Pitt on Apple Plus.
Did that start today?
That happened today, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
It started
I kind of haven't looked at it. I'll have to go after this, look online, see what.
Yeah. It wasn't anything crazy. I mean,
Oh, I've been following this YouTuber and her goat's been waiting to have baby. Not YouTuber, TikToker. And her
yeah.
goat's been waiting to have babies. And the last TikTok this morning, she's like, I think it's really close, like, because she shows the goat. And now she has all this sub-only content. So I'm guessing because she posted sub-only first. Guessing the goat had the babies.
Oh,
Damn it.
no.
Sneaky.
Sub-only content. Spooky
Drive
stuff.
to Survive, Steve.
That was it. I always forget the name of it, but I really like that.
Drive
Yeah,
to
like
Survive.
I said, I didn't really pay attention much to F1, but after watching that, it got me really into it.
I'm impressed that I'm this flexible right now. I mean, it's not a big thing, but for me, I feel like I'm like, can you guys do this?
I'm not going to try.
No.
Some noises and smells might come out of me.
Yeah.
But if I try bending like
I don't
that.
think guys have flexibility.
Hey, Amish Gamer, what's going on,
What's
brother?
happening, Amish Gamer?
Hello. If F1 racing is that fast, imagine how fast A1 and S1 must be.
Look out for A1. That's serious shit.
That's right. That's S tier.
That's right.
It is kind of crazy though. You ever see those clips of people like when they show the camera like NASCAR and they're right on the edge of the racetrack and all the cars come by?
It goes
That's
fast.
insane.
It's insane. I was like,
Yeah.
it's like holy
We're
shit.
going like
those
over
guys-
200,
Yeah.
whatever.
They're
I
just
used to
crazy. They
watch-
stand like when you're not moving, just standing right there and they come by you. It's
When
like,
I was younger, I used to watch for the crashes, but now that I'm older, that just is like really awful.
no, I
Yeah.
think a lot of people still watch for the, you know.
I don't
Mhm.
feel like it's scary.
Yeah, NASCAR is different because it's just a big circle for like 4
Yeah.
hours, whereas now
Oh.
F1's more like, they're through streets
They're
and
through
like,
through cities. and
My
Yeah, it's a lot
dad's
different,
my
yeah.
dad's
Yeah.
biggest dream of life was when they have it in Toronto,
the Indy in Toronto.
He-
It was the most Indian.
whatever it
Yeah.
is. But he would like that's his dream to go to that.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Now,
such a
yeah.
nice daughter. I've made that dream come true. Not, but because I don't want to go. Did you guys go with them? I don't want to go.
I'd go.
Maybe.
Yeah, the one in Montreal, the big Grand Prix coming up.
Yeah, I never got aside from like NASCAR and like the atmosphere seems kind of cool, but it's just it's a big oval, so it's just like drive straight, turn left.
Yeah, it
That's
was gonna be
super
fun
nice.
though to go. Like I had friends that did that years ago. They rented an RV and went to
Yeah,
I don't know which racetrack they went to, but they stayed there for like the weekend and stuff like that. Like, and it was a ton of fun.
Well, race car like F1 and NASCAR is huge in the States. Like it's really popular.
NASCAR is huge, yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know. If you
I know a lot
watch-
of guys are that when I used to work in my old job, there was a lot of guys that were really into F1.
If you like to watch fast vehicles, watch clips of the Isle of Man, Steve. It's terrifying how quickly they go.
I'll check it out, yeah. Oh, it's crazy how fast some of these cars go.
Oh, I have that stupid song in my head. All the small things.
Why?
Let's
Because I'm
super
watching the
random.
Kardashians, and she married Travis Barker, and he's on tour in the show, and he's playing that song.
Oh, I didn't know.
And she held up a sign saying, "Travis, I'm pregnant," when she was pregnant. Because that's what they do in the video.
Oh, the All the Small
Oh.
Things video. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
and
that.
apparently,
part.
like every concert, there's somebody that holds up a sign like that.
I could see
I
that.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she held up a sign. He knew, but it was to announce to the public.
Yeah.
She held up the sign.
Which Kardashian did Travis Barker marry?
Courtney,
Oh, is this recent?
like 2 years ago.
They're still married,
I'm out of
right?
the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I have that song in my head.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because that's kind of right. I mean, unless you're listening to it or something like that, but
Yeah, I saw a meme someone put up that showed up on like the Serious Oldies, like our classic rock channel. All the small things.
I saw one of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
I
just
just-
something like that. Yeah.
I just saw a TikTok. This will mean nothing to, well, like our Canadians will know.
Yeah.
But Rick the Temper Campanelli, you know him? I guess he was on CHFI, but he's now going to be on Breakfast Television after they fired all the other people. He's
Oh,
gonna be on
really?
Breakfast. He's not a main host.
He was in ET Canada for a
He
long time.
said that he's the sidekick to the two.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's doing like live reporting and stuff.
Okay.
But anyway, he said that on CHFI, the radio station, he's going to be doing a Sunday show at 10 a.m. and it's all his throwback favorites from like the 90s and 2000s.
Oh, okay. He made a hell of a career for himself, Rick the Temp.
Considering, yeah, he got hired as a temp.
Yeah,
much
he won
music
that
back in the day.
contest.
Yeah,
Much Music, our version of MTV.
that's right.
The
I'm not sure what's on it
baby
anymore, to be
version?
honest.
The baby version?
Don't. Oh no, you had to trigger.
The better
him.
version.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's bad or worse. I'm just saying it's the baby version of MTV because we are a smaller country than America.
That is true.
See?
Terry, what is going on,
Terry.
man?
Terry, how's it going?
What did you say, moo?
He said he came in with a moo today.
And on Sundays, he's eggs at Benerick.
Ah,
Yeah, Rick the Temp, man. He's been all over the place for years.
yeah, he made it.
Yeah. I think he lives somewhere around here. I don't know.
I would know.
But yeah, he won a contest to be like a VJ.
Yeah, that was back. That was probably like the most Much Music era I watched was like him and Bill Belichka.
Yeah, Bill Wilichka and who else was on? Oh Jesus, I can't remember them all. Sookian Lee.
Sookian was a big VJ back then.
Remember Steve Anthony, Erica M.
Steve Anthony was on the way out, like in the mid to
Yeah,
90s.
yeah.
I don't know if like he kind of aged out. Like I'm not sure they did that. Like if you got like if it was like Logan's Run, if you had like a ring on your finger and you got too
Holy
old.
shit. Do you know how old Rick Campanelli is?
55.
I was gonna say 56.
Yes. What? No, he's not. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the big joke on Much Music. He's like 30, but looked like 20.
yeah.
Is he still?
Yeah.
He does not look like he's almost 60.
No, he's got the young and
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
Holy! I thought he was like
no,
a little bit older than us or whatever.
No,
Like,
I knew he
holy
was so
shit.
like
yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
He's got them youthful genes.
good for you, Rick.
lucky son of a bitch.
I
I hate him
used-
so much. Him and his youthful looks.
I used to use this app for Canadian radio, but specifically in the UK. They made the app maker stop allowing international broadcasts even though it's online. What station is this guy on? He's on CHFI 98.1.
98.1, yeah.
98.1
CHFI. I think he up until because I saw the TikTok on the CHFI TikTok, and he was saying today's my last day. So I think he had the morning show there, and now he's going to
Oh.
Breakfast Television. But now
Oh,
he's doing a
okay.
show on Sunday at 10 a.m. Apparently,
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah.
his best music was the 90s and 2000s. Shouldn't be 80s and 90s. He's old. 2000s. He was like 40.
Well, yeah, but that's when he was relevant on TV.
Yeah, he's going more based on his career, not his.
So
That
when
was
he
so
was
cute.
Rick the Temp, I thought he was like 18.
No, because I remember like he was like
he looked like it,
he
but
looked
yeah.
like he was, but I remember like musicians joking with him, like, "Oh, we heard you're the guy who's like 35 but looks like 20 or whatever."
So he was like old as the Temp.
yeah,
Yeah,
I thought he
Yeah.
was literally like
but he
19.
looked young, so he got away with it.
yeah. No one kind of were
Holy
like,
shit.
yeah,
it wasn't like, what the hell? It'd be like,
And he
Yeah.
was like little.
yeah. He's a little guy.
yeah, I think he's.
I met him a few times. Okay, I didn't meet him like, hi Rick, whatever, but I've seen him in person a few times. I went to the Much Music Video Awards once.
That used
Oh,
to be
wow.
such a big thing.
Yeah.
It was this huge outdoor music festival.
It was the
award
worst
It
show.
was, it was
experience of
basically
my
it was the
life.
MTV Awards, just the Much Music version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the worst experience of my life.
Okay.
Because it
no,
was
have a good
all
time.
like there was no seats or anything. It was literally just like
You
the
just
equivalent
stand.
of like a parking lot in with a stage. But the problem was, so it was just like general admission or something, and like people lined up to go in like 8 hours before it started, and I didn't really know what to expect. So I was in line I had to stand outside for 8 hours, and then you have to go inside, and then you stand for the whole show, and you can't even see anything, and it's like, yeah, it was just dumb.
Did you see any good bands?
I don't remember.
You just remember the standing.
I'm sure like Nickelback or something was there. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I
Yeah.
have no idea. But I mean, it was fine. But I got to see all the VJs because they would walk like up and down the street where people were lined up, trying to like not make people want to like, you know.
Yeah, well,
Wait,
Much Music
is
was
he-
cool because it was right on Queen Street, and the studio was right on the street level, so you could just go walk by and look in and see it. It was kind of like almost like the Today Show.
Yeah, but
It
set.
had that cool vibe to it. There's Speaker's
Yeah.
Corner there too.
Yeah,
Yeah. But unfortunately, all that's gone.
yeah, it's all been gutted now. And last time I spent on Much Music, I'm pretty sure I watched Euro Trip on Much Music.
Yeah.
So
Which is
that
like-
tells you, yeah, I think it's all like TV shows,
Yeah.
and
They don't. Their own
Movies
original
now.
content, I think, is
this is
I don't think anyone watches music video. I don't know if people put out music videos. I see even sometimes if you look on the trending page on YouTube,
yeah.
a lot of times there'll be the music videos.
Big art. It used to be like Vivo. It used to
Oh
be
yeah,
like a
Vivo,
channel.
yeah.
Jackie. Hello.
Hey, Jackie, what's
what's
going
shaking?
on? Oof.
That's who. Can you just show them who Rick Caminelli is? Because how much gamer
Sure.
said.
Are you in
I
a
must- yeah, I am.
airplane?
Prepare to be amazed at how
Must-
young this man
No,
looks.
how much gamer said I must have seen him on old videos on here if he's one of the old Much VJs.
All right, so this is Rick Campanelli, aka Rick the Temp.
You've definitely seen him if you
Look
watch
at that
Much
smiling
Music.
face.
Look at that $1 million smile.
I should
He
have
kind of looks like a serial killer.
I should
A little
have
bit.
showed a picture of him back
Is
in
there
the
him and
day.
Mark Cuban?
No, it's Rick the Temp.
It's him
Oh,
in,
No,
blue
it's just
suit
like
and a black
reversed
suit.
images.
Okay, that's fine. And the funny thing is like after all these years, I still call him Rick the Temp.
Yeah, no.
people like us who know, yeah.
We'll never get rid of that temp.
I thought he was like. not
At
that
one
old.
point, remember someone was calling Rick the Franchise?
No.
There was somebody on Much Music. I can't remember if it
Really?
was George Stroumboulopoulos
The
or something like that.
franchise.
I think I said hi to Jackie, but Jackie, yes, I'm feeling better. Thank you and welcome.
Hopefully, Jackie recovered from your sojourn out to Ontario. Hopefully, you and Heath.
Yeah, hopefully Ontario treated you well.
Hilly saw Blue Da Badi and they showed her doing her rave dance. Just kidding, Hills. That was just a funny, yeah. Okay, this is the thing. Like,
Kelly was a huge Eiffel 65
well, no,
fan.
this is the thing. Like, this is gonna sound weird, but I went because a friend worked there and had free tickets, so I went. Right? I like music. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just
I
saying.
like music.
No, hold on, because you guys are gonna be like, oh. But I'm not like a huge music person, if that makes sense. I never just have music on. Like I'm not like you guys. I don't just have music on. I don't like just. I'm not a huge music person.
For shame.
So it just wasn't that exciting to me. It was a cool experience, but it just wasn't
Yeah.
like.
No, that's totally valid.
It's like if you guys went to like I don't know. I can't think of an example. A premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It just wouldn't be your thing.
Ugh.
It would be an interesting experience, but it wouldn't be like.
No, hey, free tickets. I'm a sucker for free tickets.
Well, yeah, you're both whores for free tickets.
I like
I'm
free
hard for
stuff.
Anything. I'm a sucker for free
Like,
shit.
I'm saying this right now because Eric's so anti-Kardashian. Because you never know. You never know. If I somehow won free tickets to the premiere season or season opener of the
Kicking it with the
Kardashians,
Kardashians.
if I do and I have extra tickets,
Yeah,
Eric's not going because you hate them so much.
that's
He would
fine.
have the biggest FOMO, even though he would act all like, oh,
I would give. No, I wouldn't care at all. You go.
okay.
No, I wouldn't care.
Okay.
Go enjoy the Kardashians.
Not because it's the Kardashians, but just because it'd be like a premiere, it'd be like this big thing. Like, yeah, you would have such FOMO.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't care at all. I have a better time.
He's the guy
Somewhere
who has
else.
FOMO when he drives by in a car and sees, I don't know, somebody doing something's like, FOMO, what are they doing? What's going on? What's up?
But if it's different, if it's like I don't know, some sort of like crazy scene happening, then I'm interested in what's going on. But for the Kardashians,
You can meet Travis Barker.
You have a drum off with him. Let's see who the better drummer is, Travis.
Watch me spin the drumstick in my fingers. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
We
Oh,
did see him in
sorry.
concert, and he's a very good drummer.
He's a really good drummer.
He's a really good
Yeah.
drummer. Yeah, we saw Blink-182 and Weezer.
That was a great concert.
That's when Blink-182 first got back together.
Yeah, that was after Travis Barker survived the plane crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, listening to him talk about that's crazy.
Yeah, that's I remember reading about it. That's really scary. Yeah.
How does spaghetti bolognese with garlic bread, Caesar salad, cold beer, and Rice Krispie squares? It sounds amazing.
Sounds fantastic.
You know what I'm hooked on is the long king size Rice Krispie squares you get at like the
Okay, but
convenience
they're
stores.
literally
Yeah.
the same thing as regular
Yeah,
ones.
but they're long. They're different. They're bigger.
Yeah, they're good.
They're
The pre-made ones you
good.
buy at the
The pre-made
store, you
ones.
buy them at the gas station.
I
Whatever.
know. I got a bad habit now. When I go and buy my lottery ticket, I buy one of those with them, and I'm like, I gotta stop doing
They're
this.
good.
Yes to all of the above.
I think Terry hit a home run with that one. Everyone
yes,
likes that on.
The de facto, the trips leader Kelly's back. Woo! I am
Who said that?
Terry. I am better, thank you. I'm with Eric on the Kardashians. Okay, again, I don't worship the Kardashians
Team
by
Eric.
any means.
Kardashians.
This
could care
will
less.
always. I could care less about their lives or their social lives, or I don't read about them in the media or anything, but I do enjoy the show because I do think they're fascinating in the sense of like what they started with when that to what they are now. It's
They have
fascinating.
definitely built an insane empire.
But I'm not like a Kardashian stan.
I'm just taking the stance of to each their own. It's your thing. It's not my thing, and it's okay.
Fine, I know, but I don't want the narrative to be like I'm a Kardashian stan. If I was, I'd admit it, but I'm just not.
You don't bow down at the altar of
No.
Kim Kardashian.
And she does do a lot of like really she's using her celebrity or her voice for a lot of really good things. So I
No,
do
she got
admire
people
that.
pardoned and stuff, didn't she? Or
does
something? Yeah.
prison reform. Like, I mean, people make fun of her because she's getting her law degree and like she failed the bar a few times and stuff, but like she's doing
well,
it.
I think I did see she wasn't she in France for like her robbery trial or something?
Yeah.
Well, that's right. I forgot she had that crazy like
Yeah, she got
jewelry heist or
she got robbed at
something.
gunpoint in Paris years ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, she does a lot of prison reform work and stuff.
No,
so.
that's it's nice to see that, you know, having all that
Yeah.
money, it's nice to see that they actually use it for some good.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, shout out the props to them.
Vinny's with me. Thanks, Vinny.
I made potato and corn chowder tonight with garlic toast. Nice.
Who made that?
Mambo.
That sounds good.
And I
Mambo.
also do admittedly watch the Kardashians too, just because
to live
it's
vicariously through them.
well, it's not to live vicariously, but like to like because you can picture in your head what opulence is, but to like see the opulence, you're like,
Yeah.
wow, this actually exists in life. I mean, I know it's a very small minority of people that live like that, but like you can
No,
picture
yeah.
the like mansions in this, but to see it, it's just like, is that
There is
real?
a level of wealth out there that is just hard to fathom.
And
Oh,
like
yeah.
Kim Kardashian, like I mean, she's a billionaire. Like it's
Yeah.
one of those things where you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Isn't her
crazy.
sister one too, or something like?
Right.
Ugh.
I
And then
think
when
now billionaires the new sort of standard. Millionaires like
well, Kylie Jenner, I think was
Yeah.
Kylie
Millionaire. Ugh.
Kylie
so
Jenner, I
low-key.
think was the youngest billionaire.
I remember
She
hearing
was like
that.
21
Yeah,
or something.
nuts.
But I mean, yeah, like I just kind of watch it for the opulence. Like it's crazy.
No, it's you realize $1 billion is a lot of freaking money.
Yeah.
I'll take $1 million.
I love
I'm
that
not
million.
greedy.
No. Billionaires out there, if you're willing to donate, I'll gladly have $1 million. I'll do good things, I promise.
I thought the Kardashians were pretty good on the Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, but they kind of dropped off. Since. Kardashians.
That's the alien race in Star Trek.
I assumed it was something related to that.
Yeah.
But no, it's just the opulence is just like crazy. And a lot of funny things just happen, like that whole controversy about Kendall Jenner, the way she's cutting her cute. Okay, here's a perfect example of like, it's just so hard to fathom that there's people. So like Kendall Jenner and Kylie Jenner, obviously like, you know, the show started when they were like 12. So they pretty much by teenagers, like they were living a very opulent
Yeah,
life,
they,
Yeah.
right?
they really grew up on the show.
They grew up on
Yeah.
the show and they grew up with money and all the extras.
Yeah,
Whereas the
they
other
were already
ones,
probably well-to-do.
the
to
other
begin
ones
with, and they just
didn't,
got
right? I
more
mean, they were
rich.
fine. So
Yeah.
like Kendall Jenner always grew up with like chefs in the house and stuff.
Yeah.
So there was this like couple of years ago, there was a scene on there where she comes into her mom's house and she's like, oh, I'm just going to make a snack. And then the mom's like, oh, do you want the chef to do it? And she's like, no, I'm just going to cut up cucumber.
I remember that being on
It
Instagram
blows
or
my
something.
mind though. Like she literally had no idea how to properly cut a cucumber because she's never had to do it.
No, I know.
And that's just some people's existence, right? Like it's not good or bad. It's just
it's just
so like
for us to think about it seems insane.
so like this was the cucumber, and like you normally hold it and you cut it like this.
Yeah.
But she was like going like this, and then she was cutting the pieces, and she was all like back. And the mom's just like, I can get because obviously the mom knows how to cut. She's like, I'll get the chef to do it. She's like, no. She's like, chef, can you come do it? She literally didn't know how to cut a cucumber, and you can't like fault her for it. It's just whatever. But that's just mind blowing to people like us.
Yeah.
Like how hard is it to know how to? Because it's just instinctual, right? But like, she
it's
literally.
Like, have you ever seen a movie where like if you ever watch Hell's Kitchen and you see them chop stuff?
Or like just watched your chef prepare like a meal.
Yeah.
But I mean, probably not. Like
or
if
just
you're
looked at like a cucumber slice and be like, how do I make this?
We kind of figure. I know I want these to be.
But it's hard for us to imagine that because for us it's just duh. But like somebody like that, it's just like.
Yeah, no, it's nuts.
It's just crazy that like because that's life is so foreign to me that it's just funny to like.
No, exactly. It's.
But anyway, I just find them fascinating.
Fascinating specimens.
Interesting. I must observe more.
But no, I mean they've done very, very well for themselves. Whatever their secret is, or
that's true.
Same
with Seacrest.
He's another one too.
He's a loser. I hate him.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's the producer of their show, right?
Oh yeah, he was pissed because a couple years ago they ended the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and that was Ryan Seacrest production on E. And then everybody's like, "Oh no!" But I mean, they're not stupid because the reality shows what made them and where they make a lot of money from. So they just went to Hulu, and now it's the Kardashians.
And relaunched for those Seacrest.
Yeah, now it's more like a bit more like documentary, where like they can talk to the camera and stuff. Whereas before it was like pretend the camera's not here.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more documentary.
Seacrest lost his producer credit.
Well, he doesn't work for Hulu's.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Whatever. He has enough money. He's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
He's just taking over anything Dick Clark ever touched. Ryan Seacrest is taking.
Yeah, exactly.
I equate the Kardashians to my hubby trying to make something in the kitchen. No idea where anything is. Yeah.
True. That's funny.
But it's just so hard to fathom that people grow up just never doing the like basic things that we all do.
Yeah.
Or like just not even learn, but just saw our parents do. Because even if you think about it, like the older kids, when they were younger, like she was still married to Robert Kardashian. She didn't work. She stayed at home. So she did all that stuff with the kids.
Yeah.
Whereas when the younger two, like when they were like 10, Kris Jenner kind of started her career. So pretty early on, like she wasn't a stay-at-home mom doing that stuff in front of them. It's just weird to see how they.
So strange.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Jeez.
Rich people don't know how to cut cucumbers.
It's crazy though. And then
I can't even imagine having your own chef. How nice would that be?
I'd love that.
I would
I'd be like
chef.
Homer. Remember when Homer goes to visit his brother, who's a witch?
Oh, Danny DeVito?
Unky Herb.
Yeah.
But I would eat.
Just calls up the chef in the middle of the night to get like pork chops.
Yeah.
I would eat so healthy. If somebody was making me food, I would eat it. Like I don't need burgers and fries. Like I make burgers and fries for myself because I'm lazy and I can throw it in the air fryer. If I have somebody who's making my food, like bring on the salads and the.
Oh no, I'd be like, hey, how about a steak? How about some lobster? How about like some salmon? How about
some surfing?
That wouldn't be good for your health.
It's healthy. Healthier than
Not
burgers.
for you.
No, I'll probably have a massive gout flare, but who cares?
Sue the chefs after.
That's right. You give me gout. Sue.
I'll sue.
I'm a billionaire, damn it. How dare you do this to me?
I'm a bit of a control freak. I particular where everything goes and why. But Mambo, if you're the one that's predominantly the domain of the kitchen, then hell yeah, make it yours. Absolutely. Like, you know, there's always usually somebody that sort of has like domain over something where they just then make it yours. Like, you know.
Yeah.
David Wardell.
Hey David, what's going on, man?
I keep calling him Wardell. Wardell. Okay, he's just David Wardell.
Just call him David.
I know, but I was reading his name and I said Wardell.
David Wardell.
Happy Monday, David. Hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Yeah,
Hope you had a good weekend.
Thanks for joining us.
Hope you guys all had a good weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. It's pretty nice here this weekend.
Yeah, this is the first weekend in a while there was no holiday, I think. Was last week the U.S. holiday?
Yes, yeah, it was right. Yeah, so hopefully you guys all survived your Memorial Day weekend. I was gonna say July 4th. That hasn't happened yet.
No.
That's coming up quick too. We got our Canada Day. You guys have your Independence Day coming up in a few weeks.
Oh man.
Is their Independence Day like the same as what our Canada Day is? Are they celebrating their country?
But they're celebrating because they overthrew.
It's like the birth of their nation.
And what are we
When they
celebrating?
separated from Great Britain.
Yeah.
What are we celebrating? When it was created, our country?
When we signed our
So
Confederation.
it's like
DNA
the
Act.
same thing.
Yeah, we just kind of came from different to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have to go to war to escape the British. We joined the British. We wanted to stay with the British.
We love the Brits.
Yeah, so 1867 is when we signed our DNA Act, and they were 1776.
Oh, I'm really terrible. I need to do history. I'm terrible at history. For me, hate when Heath puts something away in the wrong place when it comes to dishes. I actually made that this weekend. Veggie lo mein, yum.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, I'm on this like super organizing kick right now. I mean, we'll see how long it gets a gamble on how long these kicks last for. It could be like 3 hours, or it could be 3 days, or it could be like a week. I just kind of gotta like, when my brain's in that,
You in go mode?
I gotta just keep doing it, or else I'm just gonna end up with a bigger mess than I started with, which happens often. But like closet drawers, like purging all clothes, organizing Maria Kondo, folding, all that kind of stuff.
Whatever happened to Maria Kondo? She was like huge on Netflix right in the start of like COVID. I remember that.
Oh yeah, I remember. There was
The joy of
Everything.
everything. It
that,
was the
that
joy
was
of
the whole thing,
everything,
right? You'd like declutter, but you'd say thank you to it before you toss it out
Yeah.
to show
If it
appreciation.
didn't bring you joy, you get rid of it.
Oh man, that's my bills.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wish someone could just take those.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always amazing how much crap you find out when you start to declutter and stuff like that.
I
You realize
know.
how much stuff you have.
I don't
Yeah.
even know. I mean, obviously I buy things, but I really don't think I'm like a super buyer. If I leave the house, then it's
Yeah.
game over. That's why I don't leave my house, because I just then I'll spend money.
Uh-oh.
Like that, literally, that's why I
Yep.
stay in my house. Every time I leave my house and I'm like, oh, I just gotta go to the dollar store for this one thing. It's like $30 later. Okay, well, I
Have you
answered
seen
my
those
own
videos
question.
on Instagram where like the husband comes back from the store and he like just bought the one thing that he went out to get, and he's talking sarcastically to the wife like, "Look, it's pot. I don't know how this happened. I went to the store for milk and I came back with just milk."
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
amazing how that's possible.
yeah, you can actually do it.
Yeah.
Because there's just inspiration strikes when you're out.
Well, I know how many people say that like within Costco. They always call it the $300 store.
Oh yeah. It's hard to go in Costco and just stay on
Yeah,
list.
because
I
there's so
had
much
to-
stuff and everything's cheap.
I had to
Well,
go this weekend, and I said I was only going to spend $50 because I only needed like 2 things, and I ended up spending $59. So I don't think that was bad.
That's pretty
That
damn
doesn't
good,
seem bad
really.
at all. I mean,
If I leave Costco spending less than $100, that's a win.
Well, I only specifically needed 2 things. I didn't need anything else, and then it took me over budget because I got a pack of Alani because I had the new flavor and I wanted to try it.
Ooh, hold on.
It's really good cotton candy.
the stuff's good at Alani. We did a taste test, a tier list of the.
Although
Their
that shit kind
drinks?
of gives, I think I was getting heart palpitations.
It's
But I
intense.
wanted to
Yeah.
drink it to keep going with the closet organizing.
to push you through.
Yeah.
Don't burn out though, and then you'll crash and it's not done.
Yeah.
I know, but I got to keep the flow, because as soon as that like dopamine of seeing satisfaction of like things organized, as soon as that dopamine dwindles, game over.
Damn.
They tasted good, but I've never been a big fan of energy drinks.
No, I don't really think it was the energy drink.
No,
but
probably not. I mean, I
No.
don't. There's,
I used to drink Red
strong
Bull on night
coffee.
shifts just for like the
Red Bull's-
energy. But
Yeah.
I never tasted.
Well, it had
great.
so much sugar in it too.
Yeah, it's not good for you at all.
No.
But I would drink it to stay awake on night shifts.
Yeah, and I mean, I would never have more than like 1 a day. I just really like the taste.
They do taste good, those Zolanis. I was shocked when we tried them. I was like, wow, they actually taste like really good.
David had Indian, Chinese, Italian, and so much cake and ice cream tonight at a shoot. Oof.
Oh
Yum.
wow, that's quite the mix of food, David.
I had to go blow my nose. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to eat that.
I just had leftovers for dinner. Nothing exciting at all.
Same here.
It was Monday, so I was like, all right, I just want to get home and do nothing for a bit.
Well, Mondays are hard when
Walk
we
on
go
the couch.
live, because by the time you get home from work and stuff, it's like
No, it's a quick turnaround to
my old hip.
sitting down here to go live.
I think I need a hip replacement.
Should get one.
They're fun.
Get a bionic one.
There's only a small waiting list.
It'd be a good vlog. Kelly gets a hip replacement.
We're a surgery channel now.
Yeah, we listened to her cry about it for another year.
Yeah.
I wish she would read it. I can't see any of this stuff.
Don't worry, Jackie, been called much worse. All sounds really good. There's talking about David's the food he had there.
Yeah, that sounded really good, Dave. You said that was for a shoot you were at? Or an event you were at? That sounded really good.
Yeah. I would need the ice cream, I think, to cool off any of the spicy Indian food if there was any. Because I think it would work. Or I just get a really upset belly and have to go home immediately.
Well, yeah, then you have to throw the dairy on top of some spicy food.
Yeah, exactly. That could be a disaster.
Be a recipe for disaster. Yeah.
They do replacements by a robot now, says Mambo.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They started doing knee ones right after I had mine. Huh.
That's crazy. It seems really weird, a robot doing surgery.
AI is going to take over everything. You're going to have robot doctors now.
Yeah. You keep waiting for this. I know they keep talking about this great AI.
The revolution.
Whatever, but
yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's doing a whole heck of a lot. Like other than
it seems like it's a lot different search engine, more or less.
That's kind of what it seems. It just sort of steals people's ideas. Like I don't know if it actually does anything.
It's like an aggregator of like Google search.
Yeah, and then if you wanted to like make a picture, it'll just take a bunch of stuff that already exists and like
mash it
barf
together.
it out. Like it doesn't really
it
steals everything. It seems like
pretty much.
Like
and
I don't know if it actually like
it would actually create some things up.
Yeah, I don't know if it. I don't know enough about how it does anything, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it thinks or anything like it's
which might not be a bad thing.
No, that's the thing. It may not be a bad thing at all. That maybe it's not as smart as people think it is.
Yeah, if the AI becomes like self-aware, it has like some sort of like concept of self-worth. It might start asking for like a salary.
Pay me for it. No. You know, these billionaires are like, damn it.
I don't put it this AI is not to pay a salary.
That's right. They're supposed to basically work for free for 1,000 years, these robots.
Damn it, these things are corrupt.
Stupid. What's the guy's name for ChatGPT? Sam Altman.
Yeah.
This is your fault, Sam.
I blame you, Altman.
I'm curious what him and that Johnny Ivy are going to come up with from Apple.
Oh,
this new iPhone, cell phone killing
device
that's supposed to revolutionize the world.
I don't know.
It sounds cool. I had no idea what it is, but
as long as I can get like, because AI like hallucinates too. It'll try and like give you an answer even if it doesn't know. They call those AI hallucinations.
Well, yeah, it's like maybe don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just tell me you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you can say no. That you say I don't know. That's fine. Rather than give me some like.
I was watching videos about like AI and stuff, like how to like use it. And they said that's one thing. Like you try putting your prompt. Like if you don't know the answer, just say you don't know. Don't.
Yeah, just say I don't know. I need more context or whatever.
That's what people are doing now to try and reduce AI hallucinations. They're calling them.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. The whole thing is really out there.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what it does. Like even like I know Apple's hard to say because they shit the bed with their whole Apple Intelligence, but it's like like it doesn't like it doesn't really do anything different.
No,
my phone feels no different now than it did like
I think
2 years ago.
I think the problem with the Apple is they're doing the AI on device.
Yeah,
so it's got a lot less resources to pull from, so they're kind of screwed in a way.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they end up doing with all this AI Apple Intelligence stuff.
Yeah.
Even like the Gemini and stuff like that. Like it just seems like it's just Google. Yeah. Again, like it doesn't seem like it's any different.
No,
it might just give you, rather than searching websites, it gives you some like.
If you want cooler stuff, you have to pay for like the pro level.
Well, that's
I had a trial, and that's why I made that little like YouTube app.
Why did the
screen?
What wasn't it flipped our way before?
It was, but then I flipped.
When Eric got up.
I was like,
I flipped it to do the Rick the Temp.
I was like,
was it, yeah,
that's creepy.
What are your thoughts on AI, Kel?
I think AI. Oh, I have thoughts.
No, okay, then.
Well, I think you were just like, I feel like you were being.
I think you were just telling me to shut up.
No, I think that AI can be a very useful tool for a lot of things. However, like anything, I think it can be dangerous.
Oh yeah, no, I think it can be really good or really bad.
But I think it's just another. It could be just another really good tool in a evolving society of technology.
Yeah, no, I hope it will. I think it can benefit everyone, but I think the powers that be will make it benefit the top, and
I'm just saying
all the rest of us will just be left to suffer and fend for ourselves.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in like a general statement. I don't think new technology is ever bad. I think it can always be used for
I think
good
it's
things.
who controls it and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of years.
If Eric's AI and then there's a malfunction.
That explains my hallucinations.
Eric's our small wonder.
That's my nickname, Small Wonder.
I can't remember the name of the robot on it.
And
there's also Daryl.
Daryl. I remember that. The little boy was an android.
That was sad. That movie. I remember that movie being sad.
Well, he died in the end. Well,
I don't remember. He died. You know what scene I remember is when they like put him in the car and took him away, and he was looking at the back window. Yeah, it was sad.
Error.
I don't know why I was so sad.
Kick him with robot balls.
Yeah. I don't remember the small one. Was it Vicky?
I never.
Is that the name of small?
I think so. Yeah, that's a pretty good memory there.
I'm offended if I just put my foot up like this.
You can see the dirty bottom of your socks.
Yeah, they're not that dirty.
It's just the shadows.
I have to stretch out my whatever this thing is behind my knee. It hurts.
So you're sitting all weird.
I know. I don't
know. Like hunched over to your legs, curly. Like, I don't know why I'm so
sore.
I
have this.
Look how flexible I am.
I have this weird thing.
Why I'm so sore?
No. I have this weird thing happening where like this leg, it's fine. Like if I'm walking or sitting with my leg straight, it's totally fine. But as soon as I bend it to like extend it again, it like hurts so bad.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah, I know.
Doctor.
I'm not asking for a
No,
solution.
I'm just saying, yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
telling you my situation.
You do the dad joke, be like, well, chop it off.
That's right. Get a chainsaw.
Oh, that actually is too high. But yeah, that's my thing. I don't know what it is. If anybody out there's a physiotherapist and knows, it's like right back here. It's like it feels totally fine. It doesn't hurt or like ache or anything. And then if I bend it and then I go to stretch it out, it's like, oh, it's almost like it's not like pulling. It almost just feels really, really stiff.
Well, maybe there's something getting.
It sounds like carpal fibrosis to me.
It's probably some sort of like arthritis. Because yeah, like it doesn't hurt like all the time, or like now it doesn't hurt at all. That's why I forget, and then I go like this.
Yeah.
And then I go to like
stretch.
It's like right back there.
Yeah, it must be something getting pinched or something, or I don't know.
Sheesh.
Cut my leg off.
You're falling apart.
It's because I'm such an athlete.
That's right.
Well, good news. Mama was telling us they have replacement.
Yeah, Mama said they have robots now that do knee and hip replacements.
Yeah,
I believe that.
That's how we got into the whole AI topic. Talking about how it's crazy to think there's a robot.
Are you watching hockey after the stream? I have not a funny story about hockey. So I went to watch my nephew's ball hockey team play,
This
and
doesn't sound funny.
It is but I'm just saying. So all the teams are like the NHL teams. So like he's like the Kings or something. I don't know what he is. He's yellow and purple, whatever that is.
Sounds like Kings.
Yeah. And so the team they were playing the Oilers.
Whoa.
And so in the like little arena, like they have music playing and stuff, and I'm like, they have to play Pink Pony Club
for the Oilers. Yeah.
For the Oilers, like duh, like because it's the coaches that control the music.
Yeah.
The Oilers won. No Pink Pony Club. I was like, you guys missed on a perfect like.
Should have told them
this sucks.
And so they were playing like Gangster's Paradise. I'm like, really? This is like 8-year-old ball hockey. What's going on?
Yeah, why are they putting that?
Coolio was a little rough, a little too tough.
But I was just like, but that was such a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Maybe that's their Pink Pony Club is Gangster's Paradise.
Maybe that's the team picked the song.
Are they tied 1-1 now?
Yeah, she was tied at 1.
Yeah, double overtime last game.
Yeah.
I'll definitely flip it on tonight, see what's going on.
It's been a great series so far. So.
It's been really good, yeah.
Oof.
I was literally going to say, Jackie, as I was reading that, I was like, oh no, this isn't how it's going to end, but it did. A bad smell in our apartment building coming from our next door neighbor's place started before we went away to Ontario. Gradually, the smell was getting worse until a couple nights ago. I texted our building manager and police did a welfare check. Our neighbor was unalive.
Oh no, that's so sad.
I was like, no, there's no way this is where this is going. It was probably just like garbage or something.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's awful.
Oh, that's really sad.
2 weeks before anybody knew he was unalive.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's so sad. Were they elderly, Jackie?
Yeah.
Hopefully it was natural causes and stuff, but that's really sad.
Especially like that long where like nobody,
Yeah.
He didn't have anybody that checked in on him.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's always the sad thing. We hear that stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll and I'm not saying this to like make light of the situation. I just always say it to my parents, but I'll randomly do like life checks on them. If I haven't heard from them in a couple of days, I'll be like,
It's
Yeah.
life check.
You have to. You should.
Pat Morgan, hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, Pat Morgan, what's going on, brother?
He was 68.
Oh, that's not very old.
68.
Yeah,
No,
that's not very old at all. Yeah.
These days, that 68's not that old.
No.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, it's super young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure anybody like under 80 is like still young nowadays.
Yeah.
It seems
exactly.
like it, yeah. I heard about they said by the year 2100, they think humans will be invincible.
That's insane.
Humans
die.
can't be invincible.
Not invincible, but just you could live forever.
No, like the population of the world can handle that.
Well, no, it's a terrible idea. But
Yeah.
People have to. It's like the animal kingdom. People they have to naturally die, and like
Can I live to 2100? I don't think so. No.
How
No.
many years away is that? 80.
Yeah. Well, it's 75 years away.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope.
Well, the way it's going, maybe you could. Who knows? But yeah, I don't want to.
If I'm like of sound mind and body, then sure, I'll live that long. But
Well, not that we have to.
As long as the quality of life is good. If you're
Yeah.
not, if you're like, kill me, this is awful.
yeah,
Well, no, then how long do you have to work for then?
Oh, F
True.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can't work till you're 50
No.
or
exactly.
65, 70.
If you're exactly, you have to work forever too. Then I guess, right?
Yeah,
'Cause there's no retirement.
No, that's what I'm saying. That sounds awful.
you want to hear something scary? I was talking to my friend, and she's a teacher, and she can retire in 10 years.
Yeah, good for her.
9
Lucky.
years, 10
Lucky.
years.
Yeah, that's good for her.
I was like, "Are you actually gonna retire?" Because like she really loved her job, and she's like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "The day I can retire, I'm retiring," and she's like, "And I'm not gonna supply teach. I'm out." She
Good,
really,
smart.
really loved her job, and then she said like when COVID happened and everything got crazy, and she's like, it's just been like a nightmare since then. So she's
Yeah.
just like burnt out and over it.
Yeah.
But she's a great teacher. But like, yeah, she was just like, nope. As soon as I can retire, I'm out.
Yeah,
So-
good for her.
Yeah.
Walked
Get
in.
that bag, girl.
Walked in on a morbid conversation.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
It's very
The
morbid.
neighbor was really nice. He always made sure lobby door was locked at night and that everyone got their packages. We live in a high theft area for packages. Oh, that's too bad.
That's how it is. Yeah, that's so. It's out of here, Jackie.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's always you hear that a few times. People, you know, I know a couple of people have heard people lost people they knew that way and stuff. It's like, oh man, what?
Toronto tips in July. Working there from the 7th to 11th. Nice. Have you been to Toronto before?
Oh, nice. That's really cool. You're gonna work in Toronto.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I had to count on my hands.
Yeah, you're gonna be working like downtown.
Yeah, whereabouts in Toronto are you going to be? Well, I mean, you don't have to be specific, obviously, on here. But
Give us
like,
the address.
I
Do we need a phone
just
number?
mean, are you like in
Yeah.
downtown Toronto, like east or west? I don't know, or don't tell us at all. But I'm just Toronto's big, so I'm not a big Toronto.
Yeah, give me
Yeah.
give us your credit card number with
Shut
your
up.
CSV on the back. We'll punch it into our little trip calculator and figure out exactly where you should go.
I always feel so bad when I'm like, where? Because I'm like, oh no, wait, I don't want people to tell me if they don't want
Oh man.
to. Come to Halifax. Only been to a Blue Jays game, staying near Coca-Cola Stadium. I already am lost. I don't know where that is. Where's Coca-Cola Stadium? Google.
Coca-Cola Stadium, is that the old Rico Coliseum?
I don't know, to be
Oh,
honest.
Coca-Cola Stadium. I'm already lost.
Is it the old Rico Center where in the exhibition place?
Nunavut Road, Toronto. Toronto Marlies Hockey Club.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
the Rico. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're right next like exhibition there.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably TFC playing now.
Yeah, they'd probably be playing. Yeah,
They'd be right. They'd be right there.
They changed the names of their
Did
stadiums
the
so
Argos still
often.
play there?
The Argos do play there.
Yeah, the Argos are there too.
Yeah.
And your exhibition, you take one stop, you get
The
to the
Union.
Union Station, you're right downtown.
Yeah, and I mean, there's plenty to do down there. Obviously, near I call it the Sky Dome and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. You're right in the exhibition stadium there. It's nice down there. You got the lake and stuff like that. And then if you walk down across Lakeshore, there's a big bridge there. You can get where the CNE or Ontario Place used to be. But it's really nice down there if you want to go for a walk. There's a nice path there, all paved along the waterfront. It's really nice. And then, like I said, you're probably a couple kilometer walk if you wanted to walk like to right downtown. But you can get the train. The next exhibition, the next stop is Union. So you're right in the belly of the beast. The big smoke. We were talking about that. We were talking about maybe trying to get out to Toronto for do a couple of videos out there.
Yeah, but we're the worst because what do I always say? If we don't book it, we don't do it. And then it'll be like November and I'll be like,
No, yeah.
And the summer's already booked and planned. It's too late. Try next year.
Basically, now we're looking at August. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll always be the Sky Dome. Yep.
Always.
Oh, totally,
Mimico,
David.
next stop. A good poutine. You shouldn't have any trouble down there in Toronto finding good poutine. Wow, I'll Google.
There's
a lot of people like smokes, but that's a
yeah,
franchise.
but there's that French fry. I can't remember the name of that trip truck that's like famous right over front of the CBC.
Oh,
there's like
the fry guy.
It's something like I can't think of the
Something
name
like
of it. Yeah, but he's right out front of the CBC on Front Street. The CBC is kind of in between. It's closer to the Sky Dome, but between Sky Dome and Union Station, the CBC's there. I can't remember is the convention center right there? Maybe it's in front of. But there's that guy. I can't remember the name of the fry truck. He's always there.
If you can get one, then get street meat too.
Yeah, I love get an Italian sausage street meat. Oh, they're so good. Every time we go downtown, I'll get one.
But it's probably like $10 now for a hot dog.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Can you put a price on there? Huge. You get all your toppings. I always get mustard, bacon bits, and onions.
That's a solid choice.
Yeah.
That's the spicy Italian sausage. Oh, it's so good. I've never been able to find one at a store that tastes the same. It drives me nuts.
Does it really? Does it keep you up at night?
It does. It's annoying. Like, where do you guys get these sausages? Because it's so good.
You probably get them from a food supplier, not like a grocery store.
No, I know.
I'm talking about Costco or something.
I think so, but I don't know.
Directly from a food supplier.
Yeah, I've never been able to find. Every one sausage I've ever bought has never tasted as good as the ones you get from those vendors.
I know
and they all have the same one. So it's like,
get them to like shake them down. Be like, where? Who's your supplier? Tell me.
I'll just open up my own.
Steve's Dogs.
Keep eating them.
Oh yeah, the hot dog stands at the Canadian Tire. That's so like
every
hilarious.
Canadian Tire has those now,
and they taste they're just as good. I haven't had one from a while, but yeah, every Canadian Tire has a.
I bought one last summer from a Canadian Tire.
Yeah, I had one. It was probably last year sometime.
I think it was like under $5. I think it was like $5 for a hot dog and a pop.
It wasn't that expensive. The sausage, and it tastes just as good as the ones.
I remember in Toronto, the hot dogs it was like $2.50 for a street meat.
Oh yeah, back in the day, yeah.
Obviously,
you're talking like 20 years ago.
Obviously, I never said it was last year.
Prices went up in 20 years. What the hell's happened to this place?
Gosh, you're like the oldest man ever. So don't talk to me about being old, Mr. Gout.
Oh,
you have the old people disease.
Oh, stop!
I'll throw some sugar on you.
It's okay. I have medicine. Shut up, Eric. You have your own issues.
You're going for the heart over there. You're like, there's an inflation insult your way. Oh yeah, take this, Mr. Gout.
Well, because he's acting all like I'm like being like this whole like crockety old lady, and I'm like, you guys are the oldest men I know, the grumpiest oldest men ever.
I wish you were crockety.
I could be crotchety.
I wish you were Crockett, like from
Davy Crockett, or
Davy Crockett, maybe Vice Crockett.
I was going to say Crockett and Tubbs.
I should have called it sick again.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah. Don't have burgers anymore.
Who doesn't have burgers anymore?
The Canadian Tire.
No, I think it's all just hot dogs and sausages.
I want to go to Toronto though. Do I want to go to Toronto? But I want to go to Toronto.
Toronto's always fun. I like going to Toronto.
Once you're there, it's fine.
It's always like when I was in high school, my buddies would do. We take the train downtown.
Sure. Once you get there, it's okay. I guess.
Yeah, it's such a bring down.
Oh my God, relax. I want to go take the subway because it terrifies me to take the subway.
The subway now it's weird because it's like one long train. You can see all the way through it.
Yeah, it terrifies me.
You know, it's just like one where they have it all open.
Well, they do it for safety.
Yes, you can
there's
see
like
all the way
knife
down
fights.
It, so it's like
it's not like before. If you were in a train and it was long, it would be like a knife fight. You're screwed. This way you can like.
Now you can run.
Because I went down this rabbit hole of like all these crazy videos on the subway in Toronto, and I'm like, oh, I'm terrified.
Yeah. They used to have nicknames. The one's the Red Rocket, I think, and Silver Bull is the other one. I forget.
Yeah, because the subway's a joke in Toronto. So small.
It's okay. They're trying to stretch your foot there.
It's like there's 3 lines or 4 lines. The Toronto subway's stupid.
Okay, look, sorry, Pat, I didn't mean to terrify you, but it's not like New York City subways, but subways, people like to do bad things in subways, but I'm pretty sure that
every time I've been in the subway, it's been fine.
Just don't stand too close to the line. That's my biggest, like, stay right back.
Which line? You mean like the platform
Like,
line?
just why do we need to stand at the, like, just step back. Like, I don't want nobody to be able to get behind me. Just, I'll walk when the train comes, but before that, nobody get behind me. It's my, like, biggest fear. Somebody's going to, happens all the time.
You should always have a back to your wall.
Yes. For
no,
real.
No, it's true, yeah.
And but no, I mean the subways aren't that bad. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure if you were riding it at like 2 a.m. or something, it might be a little sketchy. But like, it has a lot of like commuters and stuff.
Oh yeah, during the day. I mean, I've taken the subway a bunch of times. It's always been fun.
Or like they have the TTC, the bus thing.
Well, TTC's both, yeah. So subway's also TTC.
Okay, but I meant the bus one.
Yeah, the buses or streetcars.
You
don't see those very
I
often.
No.
They still got the streetcars in Toronto.
Or just Uber it.
Or you can Uber it, yeah.
That.
Knife fights. To be fair, the straight line across and then a U-shaped line was a really clever design for how big Toronto was at the time, just been way overgrown. Yeah, like everything in the GTA, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, the problem is it just costs so much to, expand the subway lines is...
It's not cheap.
No.
Yeah, they definitely didn't keep up expansion of the infrastructure with population at all, so...
No.
We are right now we're overcrowded and everything's congested.
Toronto's basically good if you want to get a Union Station. If you want to get downtown, it's fine. But once you're downtown, if you want to get out of a downtown, then it's a lot.
Take an Uber.
Yeah, you can you did a subway, but it's only the 2 lines. So if you want to go, it's
Have you ever done the CN Tower? If you haven't done it, I would definitely say it's worth it.
Do that.
Yeah, if you've never done it, it's definitely
really cool.
It's cool to go up there. The view's amazing, and it's got the glass floor. You can see it. It's really cool.
Yeah, like I always say, like, I mean, we obviously grew up near the CN Tower, so we've done it. I mean, I've done it a few times in my life.
Yeah.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
At some point. But, like, if you've never done it, then definitely do it.
If you're feeling adventurous, you can try the Skywalk.
Oh, yeah, you can walk around the outside of it.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I've never done that. I've thought about it, but...
Who thinks they should do it and I'll vlog it?
I think it'd be awesome to do.
Yeah, so it's just, you go outside the CN Tower, like, at the top of the
Yeah.
But you like lean out and you have a harness.
Yeah, you lean over the back of the harness on. But I've heard even if the harness breaks and you fall.
It doesn't matter if you fall or not. It's just the why, like, why would you do that?
Super Dave jumped off the CN Tower and
that was hilarious. He wasn't going to jump. Remember? Then Mike Walls him with the door, knocked him off. I love Super Dave.
He's the best.
Didn't he die?
Yeah.
I do have to say, in all seriousness, though, it's definitely one of those Toronto attractions that if you're in Toronto, you should do it.
Yeah, if you've never been, it's worth it to go up there. It doesn't take too long to get up there. It's cool. The elevator right up there is super fast too. It's like the glass elevator outside of it. It's pretty neat.
I mean, I haven't done it since I was probably a kid. Like it's been maybe like when I was a teenager, but it's been a long time. It's like us in Niagara Falls, right? We take it for granted because like we just go all the time, so we just never do it again. That's true.
Yeah, no, the CN Tower is cool. It's a nice place. Like, you can't beat the view. You can see out over the lake, and you got the airport right there and stuff. And it's
yeah. So
it's cool too. If you get up there, if there's a Jays game or something on, the dome's open, you can see right inside of it.
Yeah, definitely recommend it. I don't know how much it costs nowadays, but
I want to say it's got to be like $40. I bet.
Remember when they had Tour of the Universe?
I went on that.
Yeah,
that was like the biggest thing. Everybody went there.
I loved it.
It was awesome.
Yeah. I was like, that was a long time. I think it was like 6.
That was at the CN Tower, though, right?
It was at the bottom of the
bottom. I think where the aquarium is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aquarium's right there too.
Jackie says she likes your socks.
Oh, thanks, Jackie.
What about my socks, Jackie?
Can you see them?
You don't like my socks?
No, that way you can.
How about these?
You can't bend that way?
No, that hurts.
Giving away your feet pics.
Uh-oh, free OF content.
CN Tower's worth it was there once at night. Vinny said that. Yeah, definitely.
At night would be cool, yeah. It's crazy too, like how far you can, like the CN Tower itself, like where we go, like if you depending where you go, because when you go to Hamilton, you kind of come around the bay, so like you're basically like south of Toronto, so it's like you look across and you can see it's amazing how far away you can see the CN Tower from.
Also, afterwards, when someone asks what you did today, you can say I seen a CN Tower. It was about 19 years since I was up the CN Tower. You can now do tours of the Sky Dome too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's been a long time since I went up on the CN Tower. I should probably do that again. That'd be probably a good vlog.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last time I was up there. It feels like it wasn't like it's been a while, but
Chucky's like, really, Arg, your socks are okay. Love Kelly's socks too. And I have the most basic. I'm wearing like running socks. because I'm an athlete, you know.
Yeah, that's a shoe company.
Saucony. I'm wearing like running socks, but Jackie just said that because it's Jackie. Eric says socks like it's winter.
These are Roots Originals.
Nobody can see them. Hold your foot up higher. There you go. Yeah, but it's like June.
Yeah. I know. These are like full on like winter indoor socks.
I'm going for a run after.
I'm wearing shorts and flip flops.
I'm an athlete kind of gal. I like to just dress the part. Nobody has mentioned my socks.
David, I think your socks are probably fantastic.
I feel like David's probably not
fantastic.
even wearing socks because he's sassy like that.
Could be. It's good. I said now is shorts and flip flops weather.
First time I ever had poutine back in 2019 was at the top of the tower.
There you go. That's the way. There you go, Pat. There you go. You can kill two birds with one stone.
That's right.
Poutine on top of the world.
The horse that Chris talks about, his name is Socks as well.
That's right. Chris knows his Socks.
And hopefully Socks is living his best freaking life in retirement, getting all the carrots, all the sugar cubes and apples and all the good
living
stuff.
the dream in the retired life. That sounds great.
I wish I was retired and getting fed apples and carrots all day.
Some feed you sugar cubes.
That too.
Whatever happened to sugar cubes?
See, I knew David has no socks on. David's socks are like that. David just flaunts those feet around.
Just like that?
Yeah, he's just like he's probably like we caught him in the middle of taking pics for his OF.
Probably. That's why he was doing that. He was walking in food, I bet. That's why he had all the crazy meals.
Poutine up there at the sea. Oh yeah, top of the CN Tower is probably $50 for shiz.
Oh, probably.
But you get real Canadian cheese curds that squeak, squeak, squeak.
And can you put a price on eating poutine on top of the CN Tower?
Poutine tastes better at the higher altitude you are.
Mambo, I don't usually wear socks in these summer months either, but we can't give away our feet for free on the internet.
No, my feet aren't are for public consumption.
Or maybe they are, just not the right public.
Oh, maybe.
That's true too.
Just kidding. That's what people always say on Instagram. They'll take pictures and they'll have like things covering their bare feet. They're like, not for free.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
No, I see a ton of people do that. Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not going to wear bare feet because not free. It's back when they had the cheap bar food menu for the winter, only 17 or so after tax. Damn.
No, that's not so bad back then. Yeah.
And I thank you for that, the trips. Yeah. All right, guys, but that is it for today.
It's 8:00.
Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Time to go watch some hockey, guys.
Go Oilers.
Cheer the Oilers on, yes.
All right, guys, thank you, Jackie and David, for being our mods. Thank you to all of our members. And thank you to those of you that we haven't chatted with in a while and we're able to pop in and say hi. We appreciate each and every single one of you. Stay safe this week. Have a positive, exciting, fun week, and we'll see you next Monday.
Don't forget, guys, you're awesome.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care, everybody. Have a great week. Stay safe.